Hi, I'm Cody Bowman, and welcome to Earth vs. the Cinema. I'll be your host, providing insightful, and sometimes not so insightful commentary throughout the movie. Today's movie is a 1958 epic that wasn't actually released until 1960. That's how good it was. It's called The Incredible Petrified World, and it stars John Carradine and really no one else of any note, except for Phyllis Coates, who played Lois Lane on 26 episodes of the 1951 series The Adventures of Superman. So, without any further ado, here is The Incredible Petrified World. Jerry Warren presents Nothing. The Incredible Petrified World. It's absolutely terrified to ride on the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Whoa, hey, my eyes! Salt water! Do you think any of these people knew what they were getting into when they signed up for this movie? I'll tell you one thing though, these credits don't end soon. I think I'm gonna get sick. Harry Raven? That's an awful name. Yeah, I should have brought some Dramamine. Please. The credits. Soon. I'm gonna... I need to go for a second. This is all your fault, Steiner. I'm gonna hunt down your grave and knock over your headstone. Oh gosh, I can't even imagine trying to have watched this in the theater originally. Small children, pregnant women, and the elderly should not be present for the opening credits.
This is the sea.
No duh.
As old as the world itself. It extends over 3/4 of the surface of the globe. The sea, the birthplace of life, the great storehouse of minerals, the prison of haunting mysteries.
It's big and wet.
It's a dangerous jungle. Each creature preys relentlessly upon another. Each animal is equipped with an effective weapon.
Except sea cucumber.
Speed, camouflage, knife-like teeth, poison.
So wait a minute, sharks are poisonous and octopus have knife-like teeth? Oh, brother. No animals were harmed in the making of this film. Imagine the pitch for this. Yeah, so then in the opening shots of the movie, we go ahead and dump a shark and an octopus into the same tank and just let them go at it. Bob, you are brilliant! Someone get this man a raise!
Since time began, the ocean has withheld its secrets. Man has ventured merely to its threshold. Oceanographers have, with precise instruments, presented us with a framework of facts. Around these facts, our imagination
we just make stuff up.
The eerie, forbidding atmosphere of the deep. Scientists, working with sonic equipment, discovered a mysterious layer which returned an answer to sound waves.
It said,
this layer
"Get the heck
measured
off
over
my
300
lawn."
miles, and lay 1,500 feet below the surface. It was soon noted that the phantom layer rose to the surface at night and descended to the deep water in the daytime. It is composed of living creatures capable of locomotion that are apparently strongly repelled by sunlight. Some oceanographers believe the layer to be made up of plankton. Others suggest that it is a gigantic concentration of fish. The most startling theory about the phantom layer is that it's composed of millions of squid. This theory is supported by the fact that squid are tremendously abundant. As the sun's rays become weak and soon turn into complete darkness, the fish are all black, brown, or silver.
So they're all Raiders fans.
In the blackness of the deep sea, the strange phenomenon of
phenomenon.
Do, 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 do. Half the fish that inhabit the darkened waters are able to turn their luminous torches on or off at will. Lower forms of life are known to have this luminous ability as well. Some fish have rows of lights. Perhaps these are signals, signs of recognition. The deep sea squid ejects a fluid which becomes luminous, a counterpart to the ink ejected by his cousin who lives in shallow water. The eyes of many creatures who live in the black world are enlarged and protruding, making the most of the intermittent lights which may reach them. On the other hand, some animals have no eyes at all. They have developed and perfected antennae and feelers. Their entire world is known to them through the sense of touch.
Such as the Helen Keller
Several years
fish.
ago, a fish was caught alive off the southeast tip of Africa. It was an amazing sight.
That
this animal
pufferfish
was supposed to have been
is
dead
not
for
it.
at least 60 million years. After this discovery,
The
they
fish
found
was
a
called
shark.
coelacanth.
He lived 25 to 30 million years ago.
It's not a pufferfish.
Perhaps there are other such anachronisms to be found in this region about which we know so little. Other links with the past. Perhaps we can find the answers to many of these questions. We are now prepared to invade this black wilderness.
With guns and bombs.
I hope you enjoyed the pictures.
Nobody cares about your vacation, Phil.
As most of you know, tomorrow marks the completion of Mr. Matheny's diving bell. I hope the next film we make will give us a lot more information.
Black people in the 50s. Apparently only useful for serving things to people. And,
you really think you'll find it much different at greater depth?
things to people.
Occasionally, a new species may rise briefly to about 100
That guy likes to comb his head back from his nose.
They return quickly, however, to about 600 feet. We intend to see what may exist thousands of feet below that.
Matheny, I've had a lot of admiration for the things you've been doing in shipbuilding and navigation equipment.
But frankly, your interpretive dance sucks.
I'm sorry you don't share our enthusiasm.
Jerk.
Even if it does work, which is doubtful, does that justify the cost involved? Curiosity is one thing, but you spent over $70,000 on a toy.
Have you ever heard of Millard Wyman?
Of course, I've read his books, and I believe he's your brother.
I'm fairly certain that that man is already aware of that fact.
You built this bell for him?
No,
I'm afraid Mr.
Ra,
Wyman needs
the
no help
sun
from us.
god, gave
He
it
had
to
his
him.
practically completed at the time we began.
Then what's the sense of another?
No frontier was ever explored by just one expedition. Our first dive will be in the Pacific. Then we'll try the Gulf. Right now, Wyman is in the Caribbean. He's making his first attempt with his bell.
He's gearing up
somewhere
for a
along
scene
the
change.
southeastern Keys.
And now the Caribbean is apparently located off the coast of Maine.
This is perfect.
Good. Better take a rest while I double-check the bell.
I'll be ready as soon as I get some clothes.
John Carradine looks like a cockatoo with that hair.
Craig says our location is perfect. Looks like a big moment's finally here.
Well, Laurie and I are all set. How about Miss Marshall?
Oh, yes, better.
No, never mind. I'll get him for you.
Try to relax, Wyman. You should be elated, not worried.
I guess I'm too anxious. Look at me and think I was the one who's going down there.
Instead of you, chumps.
Wait a minute. We shouldn't release anything until I come back up here with the pictures. What do you think I'm going down in that contraption for? Look, we'll have an absolute exclusive on this. Every wire service will get the depth information, but we'll be the only ones with the actual pictures. Now, doesn't that make much better sense?